Alright guys, BLM here, and we are back with another episode of Assassin's Creed Revelations. We're gonna finish off the fucking game here. So let's go. Yeah, we did this relatively quickly. It took me on slower than I thought we would, but we still did it within, I started this today at 9 o'clock. It is currently 5 o'clock. And even then I took some breaks here and there. I had other stuff to do, but we're almost done.
Strange insult from a man who ordered an attack on his own nephew.
Actually, no, I started at 8 o'clock now. I think about it. Either way.
Not killed. I see.
But then in the last episode, I was going through each Assassin's Creed game talking about the black and whiteness of the portrayal of between Assassin and Templar, where obviously, like with certain games like 2 and Brotherhood, Assassins are looked at as the good guys, Templars are looked at as the bad guys, which I think is very lazy writing for Assassin's Creed, which is a game that was fundamentally started as a series about philosophy. And with AC1, again, AC1 is one of the most gray narratives in the series, where both the Assassins and the Templars are shown to be right and wrong on a lot of things, or at least I shouldn't say that. They're both shown to be they're both shown the reasons why they're doing it, and they're both not shown to be completely wrong, which I think is different from a lot of other games where, like, again, 2 in Brotherhood, it's very black and white, where the Assassins are the good guys, Templars are the bad guys. And even so, in the modern day, throughout the entire modern day of the series, the Assassins are the good guys, the Templars are the bad guys. But then with here in Revelations, it kind of switches a bit, where yes, the Assassins are the good guys, Templars are the bad guys, but they show us why the Templars do what they do. So at least it's like, again, it's like kind of similar to like something like Thanos in Infinity War, where it's like, yeah, he's the bad guy, but we know why he's the bad guy. Like, we know the reasons for the reasons why he does the things that he does. And it's similar here with Ahmet here. And again, AC3, very similar, even though I think AC3 is definitely more gray than this, where I do think AC3, there's an argument for saying that the Assassins are wrong in AC3. And again, Black Flag, I think it's very similar to this as well, where it's, again, Assassins are good, Templars are bad, but they don't automatically dismiss everything that the Templars are doing. Though I definitely do think it's that one's definitely more black and white than this game. And then, as I said, with Rogue, I think a lot of people claim that it's very black and white, but in reality it's or a lot of people claim that it's very in the gray, but in reality it's black and white, just the other way around, where the Assassins are the bad guys and the Templars are the good guys. Even though, again, they do explain why the Assassins are doing the things the way that they're doing it, but they're still showing the Assassins as the bad guys and
I did not mean to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
Templars as the good guys. And then we got the Unity, and that's where I stopped at the last episode because we ended the episode. But with Unity, it's a bit interesting because it really doesn't show any side as being good.
Run!
Like, it really shows both sides being bad. Instead, it's like, instead with Unity, what's interesting is that instead it shows that certain people within each group can be good and certain people within each group can be bad. Because again, like, with people like Elise is portrayed as like a good, as a good person. Like, while there's obviously people like Germain and, well, Elise and her father, by the way. But there's like Mercedes de la Serre. I was trying to think of his name. And then you got people like Germain, who obviously is portrayed as the villain. While also in the Assassins, it's the same thing. You got people like Mirabeau and Arno, who are portrayed as the good guys, but you also have people like Dalek and those other Quaymar and those other fucking people that no one gives a shit about, that they're portrayed as in the wrong. So it's like, I think Unity is interesting because it's like, it really shows both sides. Again, it's like, it's similar to AC1, where it's like both sides are shown to be right and wrong at certain points, but instead of with AC1, it's like it's showing them as a whole group as being right and wrong. With Unity, instead, it's like it's showing certain people are right and certain people are wrong. Which, to be honest, I don't know if that's any better, but it's different at least. Okay, I get through this. Okay, we're doing well. We almost fucked it up there, though. And then you got Syndicate, which is, again, another one that's very, very much black and white. I think again, 2 and Brotherhood are very much black and white. Syndicate's probably right there too as the most black and white in the entire series. Like, Syndicate it doesn't even fucking try to not black and white. I mean, Syndicate, everything the Assassins do is good. Everything the Templars do is bad. So, yeah, like there's not even a single moment where they try to not make the Templars look bad. So, there's that. And then Origins is interesting.
Are you hurt, Sophia?
I don't think so.
Hold on.
Obviously.
So let's get through this. But yeah, Origins is a bit more interesting because Origins, it's like, it is black and white. Trying to think of what I was going to say. But Origins is very much black and white, obviously. Where like people like Flavius and at the end of the day, Julius Caesar and Cleopatra and whatever else are seen very much as the villains, while Bayek and Aya are seen as the heroes of the story. Actually, yeah, it is very black and white now that I think about it. I was gonna make an argument for it not being, but actually now that I think about it, it is very much black and white. So never mind. So yeah, I mean, like, again, my favorite stories from Assassin's Creed are the ones that are at least the ones in the gray. I feel like at least the ones that aren't entirely black and white. Like, again, like I really love Assassin's Creed 1. And 2, I love the story, but it has nothing to do with the philosophy for why I love the story of Ezio 2. It's more so because of the character of Ezio and seeing him evolve from like teenage noble kid to a 40-year-old assassin that's fist fighting the Pope. But yeah, and then yeah, again, Brotherhood, I never loved the story of Brotherhood. Revelations here I love, but again, like, it's not necessarily because of the philosophy, it's more so because of the culmination of everything that's come before it. And again, like 3, even though I don't love the story overall, the best parts of the story of 3 are the philosophical debates within it. And again, 4, I don't know if I would say I love the story because of the philosophy, even though it has a lot of it. I think 4 is definitely more so about Edward and his character development. Fuck off. And like, really, I mean, just the characters in general in 4. It really makes 4 great. And again, Unity. I feel like Unity is a narrative that people don't typically like, but I actually really like Unity. And a lot of it because of the philosophical stuff. Fuck off. And again, a lot of the reason I don't like Syndicate stories is because of the lack of philosophical stuff. Okay. Yeah, we are nearing the end here. Fine. Yeah, we've been playing this most of the day. Again, tonight I might go ahead and start Black Flag, because that's the next game that we're going to do in the Assassin's Creed series, because 3 isn't on PS4 yet. So we'll do Black Flag next. We'll probably start that tonight. I am going to take a few hours, though, to do some other shit that I need to do. Like some homework and make dinner and that sort of shit, but... fuck off. Okay. But I will probably record some more tonight. Fuck off. Wow, I really fucked this up. Are we not at the end yet? How much more medicine do I have? Okay, I have 2. Shit. Alright, this should be the end, right? No? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this mission, by the way. I don't know if you can tell. It's pretty much mediocre, but I guess it is what it is. It's like a... Oh yeah, and then when we get to the fist fight in the fucking air, that's gonna be even dumber. We should be near the end. I mean, come on. I feel like it's here, right? Because obviously it ends when he falls off the cliff or... Yeah, okay, here we go. I think I failed the optional objective, but yeah, I'm not even trying for it. Yeah. That's pretty badass. There we go. Yeah, the fist fight in the sky. I believe I actually died here last time, which was funny. Because I don't think I've ever died in this thing until last time I played the game on the channel. And that's out of like, how many times have I played this game? Like 18 times or so? I don't even know, but somewhere around there. And it's like, it's funny that the first time I ever died on this was during the Let's Play. Okay, come on. Alright. We got him. Oh, wait, what? We died. Oh, I thought we had it. Shit. Alright, well, okay. Again, like, that's only like the second time I've ever died in this mission. I can't believe I just died there. Okay. Yeah, this is what we fucked up. We should have attacked, too. I was just defending. There we go. We got it. Alright.
So what now, Ezio? How does this end?
I am wondering that myself.
Can we just shoot him right now and kill him and then they'll be done? But whatever.
Oh! Soldiers! Selim is not your master! You serve the Sultan! You carry out his command alone! Where is he? Where is the Sultan?
He stands before you, brother. Father made his choice.
Selim! Stop! Please!
Where's my...
So, you are the assassin. Ezio.
Yeah, I was watching a video that it's Global TV who broadcasts Big Brother
He
in
speaks quite highly of you.
He's a
Canada.
remarkable boy with a
Posted a
magnificent
video
mind.
of Julie Chen saying Julie Chen Moonves, but then bleeping out the Moonves.
Build where you stand. Leave this place. Do not return.
You did the right thing, Ezio. This is not your fight.
But where does one end and the next begin?
Alright. Now we're gonna get to Sequence 9, which is my favorite moments in Assassin's Creed history. And that also, what's also great is that right before that we have the "What is a man but the sum of his memories," which I think is a fantastic line. Which we'll get to the Clay stuff right now. Like, really, I think this is the best, like, 20-minute stretch in Assassin's Creed history, and it's not even close. Like, from this point till the end. Okay.
Bill, good to see you. Listen, we've got a
Well, I mean,
customs
not
officer
this.
waiting to talk
I mean,
to
once we
everyone.
load in.
I hope you have something for us. Absolutely. Passports and papers for everyone.
Ah, brilliant. So I'm what? A neurosurgeon now, am I?
You're a medical team from SUNY Upstate. Just back from Rome with your patient. Experimental gene therapy.
Good work. Let's get this over with.
Wait, look! This is crazy!
What's wrong?
I'm not sure, but Desmond's brain is lighting up like a string of firecrackers.
Okay. Here we go.
Here it comes!
I love this.
What is that? What's going on? This is the end, Desmond. Scheduled for deletion. What are you doing? What is a man but the sum of his memories? We are the stories we live, the tales we tell ourselves. Don't do this. I'm saving you, idiot! Go!
And supposedly, when this happened, in AC3, Desmond describes that Clay also transfers like all of his memories and everything to Desmond as well, which is how Desmond knows that Lucy was a Templar and all that sort of stuff.
I write these lines with a steady hand and a light heart.
Which I also find interesting about Desmond through Assassin's Creed 3. Because the thing about Assassin's Creed, because like throughout most of this series up to this point, everything we're seeing from Desmond, like everything we're seeing from the modern day is from Desmond's point of view, and we don't know more than what Desmond does. But by the time we get to Assassin's Creed 3, and even partially in Revelation, he knows more about what's going on than we do. Because again, he has all this extra information from Juno that was transferred to him at the end of Brotherhood, information that was given to him by Clay right now. So by the time we're in Brotherhood, I find so strange is that like Desmond talks. When he talks to William Miles, when he talks to all these other characters, you can definitely tell he has so much more information than what the viewer or what the player has, which again is so much different from like back in like Brotherhood or 2, where like whenever Desmond's having a conversation with people, it's like he only knows as much as we know. But like by that point, like he knows so much more than we know, even though we've still only seen everything from his story. Like we've seen everything he's gone through. It's just that he's been given information without the viewer being given information, which is interesting, I guess. Okay.
Come, we must hurry.
All right, here we go. I love this conversation here, and this is why like all of Sequence 9 is my favorite moment. If you were really, I would say the speech at the end of Revelations is really the best moment. But I mean, like, if I could say like all of Sequence 9, it's really all of Sequence 9.
He built us up.
Like this conversation is so fucking great.
He saw the folly of keeping a castle like this. It had become a symbol of arrogance and a beacon for all our enemies.
And the mandate for menacing hoods? Was that his idea as well? You mentioned a creed before. What is it?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather cynical.
It would be if it were doctrine. But it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Do you regret your decision to live as an assassin for so long?
I do not remember making that decision. This life, it chose me. For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers, and fought for those who have suffered the pain of injustice. I do not regret those years, but it is time to live for myself, and let them go. Let go of all of this.
Alright. Yeah, I just love this fucking ending.
Then let go. You will not fall far.
Okay. Okay, my dog just woke up and made a really fucking loud noise. That was weird. Okay. This is taking forever, isn't it? Let's just go here. Oh, we can't activate until... Okay, now we go.
The end of the road.
Alright.
What do you hope to find behind
And again,
that
this
door?
puzzle's super easy.
Knowledge, above all else. Altair was a
I believe it's
profound
that
man.
one.
and a
I'm gonna try to do it
prolific
without
writer.
even looking at the
Built this
Eagle Vision
place as
thing.
a
'Cause I
repository
feel like
for
I
all his
know it.
wisdom. He saw many things in his life, learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would
If
drive
this isn't it,
lessons
then all we gotta do is switch this. Okay, we did it. Which, isn't it weird that there's only 5 keys when there's like a billion fucking holes?
I plan to.
I mean, obviously it makes sense that it's the eagle that we have to complete and everything, but still, it's like, it's kind of weird they put all those images there and all those holes just to trick people. Like, it's kind of weird. Oh, I fucking love that. Like, the more I think about it, it's like us like having to light all these things, and then when we play as Altair, it's us turning on, I mean, like putting down all of these. Okay.
No books. No wisdom.
Only
Just
you.
you.
Oh, just you, shit.
Fratello mio. Requiescat in pace, Altair. You have seen to my books.
Yes. Some we sent with the Polos. The rest will go with me to Alexandria.
Good. Very good.
Father, I do not understand. Why did you build a library if you did not intend to keep your books?
You should go. When the Mongols return, Masyaf must be empty.
Wait.
I see.
You see the
This is
reflection?
not a library at all. It is a
The
vault.
reflection in the water.
Must stay hidden, Darim. Far from eager
Are they gonna show that shot again? But the reflection in the water, Altair looks completely fucking different. He's wearing all black. Like, it's like as if it was a reflection of the clothes he was wearing in the 4th memory, like the one that he kills a boss in.
All
There, look
that
at
is
that.
good in me began with you, Father.
I never noticed that until now. So I wonder, was he like when they were developing the game, was he originally going to be in that outfit all the way through the end, and they decided, hey, we should put him in actual assassin uniform and stuff, and then they changed it at the last second? I wonder if that's what happened. Or like, they obviously probably not the last second, but like changed it after they rendered everything, and just thought that was like a detail that they didn't care enough to change, or like maybe it was just a detail that
Increaseth knowledge, increaseth sorrow.
maybe that was just like something that they
What does
didn't
it tell you? What do you see?
even realize. I don't know.
Strange visions and messages of ones who came before, of their rise and their fall.
So yeah, this is the final thing of gameplay, right?
But what happens to us, Altair? To our family? What does the apple say?
Is this because after this is just the cutscene the rest of the way, right?
Who were the ones who came before? What brought them here? How long ago?
Get rid of that thing!
This is my duty, Maria.
Okay.
If you are asked, say I sent the apple away. Tell them I sent it to Cyprus or Cipango, or that I dropped it into the sea. Tell them anything to keep men away from this place. This apple must not be found. Not until the time is right.
And also, what's kind of dumb about this, he does say that, but that isn't any foreshadowing or anything, because Ezio doesn't take the apple. Eventually, someone else finds this apple somehow, and it ends up going through like Queen Victoria and some other people. And it ends up being destroyed in the Denver, whatever, like at the Denver airport explosion thing that happens before AC1. And that's what leads to the events of AC1, is that them trying to find the reason why they kidnap Desmond and everything is because they're trying to find the map of all the pieces of Eden, because they lost their apple of Eden, and they're trying to start the satellite thing, which whatever it's a lot to explain, but either way, That's why the events even start, is because they have Altair's apple and it blows up. Which I believe all that is explained in Assassin's Creed 1 if you look at the emails. But yeah. I don't know if it's explained that it's Altair's apple. It might be though. But really, I love this ending. Again, my favorite part is the speech though that's coming up, because again, it just fully shows all of Ezio's character development through these 3 games. And his realization about his impact on the world and all that stuff, and his purpose in life. Alright, so let's go.
Another artifact?
No.
No. You will stay here. I have seen enough for one life. Desmond?
He's talking to me?
I heard your name once before, Desmond. A long time ago. And now it lingers in my mind, like an image from an old dream. I do not know where you are, or by what means you can hear me. But I know you are listening. I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon. And here at last, I discover a strange truth. But I am only a conduit for a message that eludes my understanding. Who are we, who have been so blessed, to share our stories like this? To speak across centuries. Maybe you will answer all the questions I have asked. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end. Now, listen.
Do you hear me, Cypher? Can you see me?
Do you hear me, Cypher?
What a strange place, this nexus of time. Ah, damn it, I forgot about this part of it. Damn it.
A strange place.
Oh, it's not what a strange place, it's just a strange place. And I'm not used to the calculations. I have always been nervous domain.
I see you still have many questions. Who were we? What became of us? What do we desire of you?
Which, again, like, nothing here is new. And I think this lends credence to the fact that I'm pretty sure Assassin's Creed 3's modern day was already thought up at this point, and by the time that they wrote AC Revelations, they had to cater to that. So because of that, not much actually happens. They just give more details on things that we already know that happen, which is why I was disappointed in this game as a kid. But then, like, looking back on it now, obviously I really enjoy it. Yeah, obviously, like, at the time, they weren't like they already knew that in 3 that they were going to start from right when they reached the Grand Temple. So obviously here, that's why at the end of this we reach the Grand Temple. And again, like, we don't really learn anything new outside of calculations, which even then it's not explained what calculations are until AC3, right?
We chose those solutions which held the most promise and devoted ourselves to testing their merits.
Yeah, it's like technically this is new, but again, like, this was new. Like, again, this is technically foreshadowing, because again, like, at this point, I'm pretty sure they already knew what they were doing with 3, and all of this is further expanded upon in 3. This, like, the fact that they had all of these tests and they tried over and over again, they kept on failing to end the solar flare and everything. And then this thing is this doesn't really matter, to be honest. This clip here, but it's here. What time is it? Fuck. Yeah, I've been recording for about 6 hours straight now. Not 6 hours. Actually, yeah, well, 5 hours. 5 hours straight. But yeah. Yeah, so this is the only shot we ever have out to this point of humans during the time of the before the catastrophe and everything, before the E2 were wiped out. So this is pretty interesting, actually. That they were, I mean, again, they're pretty much just look like normal people. Like, they don't look super futuristic anyway. And maybe their like clothes are kind of more, I don't know, like white and shiny and stuff. But I mean, like for most of these look like humans. Buildings look normal. I mean, it looks like a somewhat futuristic city, but it doesn't look like, I don't know, it doesn't look anything that different from what I could see being reality in about like 10 years or something. So I mean, okay.
The earth shook for days.
Yeah, again, like all this is like just further explanation on what happened. Again, it's like nothing new for the future. It's just background information.
But we carried on together to rebuild, to renew. Listen, you must go there, to the place where we labored and lost. Take my words. Pass them from your head into your hands. That is how
and that's
you will open
reference
the way.
to I.
But be warned, much still remains in flux, and I do not know how things will end.
But yeah, this is another interesting thing, because this is a thing that they're really manipulating nowadays, with the way that the Assassin's Creed world works. Which, holy crap, the graphics are really good. But I know what I have to do.
Wait. Look, his vitals are stabilizing.
But the fact that the Isu say that, oh, we don't know what's going to happen and whatever else. It's like, again, the calculations part of it is really interesting to me, because the calculations in Assassin's Creed are the way that the Isu see the world and the way that they're able to predict what's going to happen, because they're seeing all these different scenarios. It's essentially like Doctor Strange in Infinity War, where like he's seeing all these different scenarios that could possibly play out. It's essentially the same thing, the same way that the Isu look at the world, is that they can see all these different scenarios and how they play out, but they don't know which one is actually going to happen. And there we go, we finished it. There's the credits in this game are fucking ridiculous, so we're not going to go through all of them. We did it with Brotherhood and we did it with 2, but there's no way we're fucking waiting all this time. Alex Amancio was creative director on this? I forgot about that. Which he did, wasn't he Unity's creative director? Right? Which is weird, because Unity was already in development for like 2 years at the time of this, but whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Or not 2 years, 1 year. Dario McDevitt, writer, Alex Amancio again, John Guston, who was again creative director for this team right here. He wasn't creative director on this game, but he becomes creative director for Black Flag and then for Origins as well, alongside Ashraf Ismail. Which I wonder if he's in the credits. So I actually don't know. Is he in? Like, did he work on Revelations? I actually don't know. Because obviously he worked on Black Flag, he worked on Origins, but I don't know if he worked on this game. Richard Faris is one of the script writers, thank God. I already talked about him earlier. The Richard Faris pretty much has no clue what he's doing. But whatever, I mean, he was, what was it? He was head of narrative, right? Or something dumb like that, some dumb title like that. But yeah, he has no clue what the fuck he's doing. But either way, I don't even know if he's still there. Is he still there? Like, he's the main writer for Rogue, so there's that. All right, I'm not gonna bother going through these credits. I really don't care enough. If I waited to the end, I would get a trophy, but I don't fucking care. So that's it. We're done for Revelations. Only 35 minutes. That's not too bad. So yeah, I got some other stuff to do. Again, I've spent pretty much all day that I wasn't at school today recording. I got some other stuff to do, and I'll be doing that right now, obviously. But after that, we'll come back later tonight to do to start Black Flag. To be honest, it might not be until later than what I was. Again, I said earlier today that I was hoping we'd finish at 5, and then I'll come back at 8 to record. I think it's like we're finishing now around 6, and I think I'll come back at 9 to record. So yeah, that's the current plan. Yeah, it's actually almost 6 exactly. So yeah, but that's the current plan. But yeah, that's it for Revelations. We're done with the Ezio trilogy. We're done with the Ezio collection. So yeah, we're moving on to Black Flag. After that, Rogue, then Unity, then Syndicate, then Origins. So we're after Black Flag, we're halfway through. And to be honest, I would say we're halfway through, because the thing is like Black Flag and AC2 are both like about 10 to 12 hour games. Brotherhood and Revelations are like 6 to 8 hour games, and it's kind of like directly correlated to Rogue and Unity both being around 6 to 8 hour games, and then with what's the other one? I can't think of the other one. Syndicate being again around a 10 to 12 hour game like AC2 and Black Flag, and then Origins in reality is like a 6 hour game, but since we're doing Hidden Ones and Curse of Pharaohs, it's going to end up being again around like 10 to 12 hours. So yeah, there we go. That's the current schedule. That's what we're going to be doing. We'll probably be done with all that by next Wednesday. That's the current plan, and we'll probably do another Let's Play in between then and Odyssey. I don't know what we're going to do though. I haven't decided. It'll be something short. It'll probably be something like Day of the Tentacle or something like just some other random game that I own that's pretty short. But whatever. We're done. We're done with AC Revelations. Thank you for fucking watching.